Good morning guys. Today's video is going to be a little bit different on how I'm going about this video. So today's video is how I stay motivated, and I've been struggling recently. I have been struggling, but I know why I've been struggling, and I'm going to be going about rectifying that in today's video and showing how I rectify it and how I stay motivated. So the biggest thing for me is I have let my room become an absolute mess. I literally have stuff everywhere. We have bags of stuff. This is all Halloween props from the Halloween shoot. I've got clothes all on my chair here. I've got clothes up there that just shouldn't be there. Like, my room has just become a mess. So like, I wake up in the morning and I don't like the way it looks, and then that puts me in a downer and stuff like that. So I'm going to be going about a whole way of rectifying everything today. So first thing I always do though, when I want to be in a good mood for the day, is I go for a morning run. I just do a simple 2k run on the treadmill. So that's what we're going to do to start with. Get that done, get it out, smash it out, and get on with the day. So that is the morning run done. It felt really good to get back on the treadmill. So gonna have some breakfast, have a shower, get rid of this awful facial hair, because this ain't a good look. So have a shower, get rid of that. Then we're gonna carry on with this video. So morning run always does put me in a good, productive mood. So hopefully that will be the case today, and I will get everything I need to get done today. So then tomorrow I am back in a productive state right from the get-go the second I wake up. So let's get some breakfast, have a shower, get cleaned up, and get on with it. So I am showered and shaved, feeling a lot better now. So the next problem I need to fix is my room. It has become an absolute tip. Now this puts me in a bad mood right from the get-go, because I wake up, I see this, I'm like, it's literally just a mess. We have all Halloween stuff down here from the photo shoot I did a couple of weeks ago. That just pretty much all needs to go in boxes up there. I have all these clothes on this chair here. They all need put in a wardrobe that I have. I have clothes on the back of my door. This one, these shouldn't be here, these shouldn't be here. They just need to be over there in the wardrobe. And the bin down there is getting full to the extent that I have a bag of rubbish, and that is the bit I am like ashamed of the most, is the amount of rubbish in my room. I have it over here as well. We have cans of pop and everything on here. So I just need to really get this room completely tidied, sort everything out, put everything away, and have it set up properly so I can actually be productive in this space, because I'm working with a very limited space. So I need to make it as productive as I can while I'm in this space. So that's my next mission, is to get this entire room tidied and sorted out. So we're going to start with the clothes, I think. So that is all the clothes put away. Then it is already starting to look a lot better in here. So next thing I'm going to do is get rid of all the Halloween props. So this chair is now looking nice and empty. These two here are two photos, not my photos unfortunately, but two photos that are going to go into these two frames here, and then they're going to go up on this wall. I have an idea. I've got two portrait ones that are going to go there. I've got another landscape one that's going to go there next to that, and that's just going to move across just a little bit. So that they're okay to stay for just a little bit longer. But gonna move on to the Halloween props, get those put away into those 2 boxes, ready for if I need them next year, and then it will be onto a case of getting rid of all the rubbish in the room. So let's get on with it. So that is all the clothes and the Halloween props put away. So now it is just time to get rid of all the rubbish. This is the bit that I hate the most about all of this. So it's just going to be a case of throwing all this out. So once that is done, room is going to be set up how I want it. It's back to being clean, nice and tidy, so I can be productive within this small little space. So let's get that thrown out and let's get on with the rest of the video. So that is it. The room is back to normal now. The rubbish has been taken out. There is no more rubbish in this room. It's nice, tidy, everything's where it should be, and it is looking great. So I'm just going to run through a few more ways that helps me stay motivated as a creative then. So you've already seen 2 of the ways in this video how I stay motivated, exercise, and keeping a nice tidy room / work environment. So exercise always puts me in a good mood right from the get-go. The second I get off that treadmill, I'm like, right, I'm ready to go. So exercise is always a good one. It doesn't have to be a run. It could literally be as simple as a walk. Just any type of exercise is a great way to start off the day. I find it a lot more useful in the morning because it gives me that boost of energy. It gives me that adrenaline rush in the morning and helps me propel the day off in the right way. The tidy work environment / room then, my room is my work environment at the minute. So it's important for me to keep it tidy because when I look at it and it's a mess like it was this morning, where there was Halloween props still out and there was clothes everywhere, there was rubbish everywhere, I'm like, well, what's the point of me even trying? It puts me in a downer from the second I open my eyes. I see this room and I was like, no, I don't want to do anything today. I just want to lay in bed. I don't feel like it. My room's a mess, what's the point? It just puts me in a downer, and then with that, I don't go on the treadmill, I don't have my morning run, I don't get that adrenaline and burst of energy in the morning, so then it puts me in a bad start for the entire day. And with that, then it takes me longer to drag myself out of bed as well. Usually when I'm on the treadmill, I'm out of bed by 8 o'clock in the morning. On mornings recently, I haven't been getting out of bed till 9:30, 10. I've just been sat on my phone till 9:30, 10, and I've still been waking up early before 8 o'clock, but just been sat there for an hour and a half, 2 hours on my phone, not achieving anything. So having a nice tidy room allows me to be creative and gives me space to be creative as well. This room is hard enough to be creative in. I don't need it more limiting with less room in here. So having a nice tidy room really opens up the possibilities for me and helps put me in a good mood right from the second I wake up. Another thing that really helps me stay motivated is bouncing ideas off friends, because I could have a really basic idea, but talking to 1 or 2 people, I could piece together an amazing idea. Like the photo shoot I did with little Evie a couple of weeks ago, the Halloween pumpkin ones. I just had the idea of her in a pumpkin outfit, and then I spoke to Jess about it, and bam, 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 bam. We put together the full-on photo shoot. You saw the 2 different outfits, you saw the different photos. But without bouncing that idea off Jess, I would never have got some of the photos I got on that photo shoot. And that helps me stay motivated because I'm like, well, I can do this. Look at what I can do. And with a bit of help, it broadens my mind of what I can do as a photographer. So bouncing ideas off friends really helps me stay creative and motivated because I'm like, well, if I can do that, what else can I do? If I can, just by talking to this person, if I can create 10 more ideas around the same photo shoot, what else can I do if I talk to someone else, and how much further can I push the photography? So talking to friends really helps me stay motivated, especially because I'm talking to them and they're not photographers. So they see it from a viewer's point of view, whereas I'm looking at it from a photographer's point of view. They're looking at it from a viewer, which is the people I am targeting. I'm targeting viewers of this. So talking to them is really, really good because it gives me a different perspective on what I'm trying to do. Now this next point I have really failed with over the last week or 2. So I like to try and limit my time on social media and limit my time on my phone as much as I can, but social media in particular. But
these last few weeks, like last week or two, it's not been good. I haven't really been limiting myself that well. I've kind of just been sat on my phone, not really doing anything. So my screen time for the last like 2 weeks has been absolutely ridiculous. Like, here's some of the screenshots for the last few weeks that it's been bad. It's been really, really bad. I've literally been laid there, just on my phone, and you can see by the screen time how bad it's been. And when I'm just sat there and I'm just scrolling through Instagram, then I get bored of Instagram, I'll scroll through Facebook. Then when I'm bored of Facebook, I'll go to Twitter. When I'm bored of Twitter, I'll go back to Instagram. It's just a vicious circle. And when I'm doing that, it doesn't motivate me to get up and do anything, because it puts me in a easy sort of laid back mood. I'm like, no responsibilities, don't need to do anything. I'm just gonna sit here. And that's really, really bad, because then I do just sit there, and I will sit there for hours, as you can see by the screen times. It's ridiculous. And then I look at it at the end of the day, and I'm like, oh, shit, look how much time I spent on my phone today. I spent 8 hours today on my phone. Think about what I could have done in 8 hours. I could have done a photo shoot, I could have filmed a video, I could have edited a video. There's so many things I could have done in 8 hours, which I didn't do because I was just kind of sat there. So limiting my screen time is one thing I try and do the best I can. I went through a really good stage of having a really low screen time, and then this last 2 weeks has just been awful. So that's another thing I'm going to work on then, is because now I've got the start of everything getting back together. I've got my room tidied, I've gone back on the treadmill this morning. Hopefully I'll now be able to limit my time starting tomorrow on my phone, so hopefully that it will go well and I will be able to keep that screen time low again and be able to be more productive within my days. And going on to my fifth and final way then, it is probably the most important one, is I take a break away from being creative. Now the reason I do that is because if I just try and be creative all the time, I burn out. Then I'm in a real rut, and then my room gets a mess, I don't exercise, I sit on my phone all day, I just burn out and I don't do anything. So with the way I'm producing content at the minute as well, I'm doing 2 photo shoots a week, which is a good balance, because that gives me enough time to plan, do the photo shoots, edit the photos, everything, and it gives me time to take a break, think about ideas without putting pressure on the ideas. If I was having to do 6 photo shoots a week, I would burn out really, really quickly. But with the way I'm doing it at the minute, it gives me time to think about it, gives me time to plan it out, and it gives me time to get inspiration. Because for me, inspiration comes at the most random times. I could be at work, I'll just be stacking a shelf, and I'll get inspiration for a photo shoot just like that. Won't even have anything to do with what I'm doing, but an idea will clock into my head, it'll click, I'll piece a load of stuff together, and I'll have an idea for a photo shoot. It comes at the most random time, so I don't put pressure on myself to create all the time and always be creative, because my creativity comes at the most random of times. The amount of times I've woke up at 3 in the morning and had an amazing idea for a photo shoot is unbelievable. I don't put pressure on myself, and I feel that's where I create some of my ideas, when I'm just taking it steady, because I know that I create ideas here and there. I get inspiration from just everyday life. So don't put too much pressure on myself, and I take time away to make sure I don't burn out. And that's probably one of the most important things you can do as a creative, is take time away, because burning out is a horrible feeling and you get in a rut, and then it's really hard to get out of the rut. So if you're being creative and you realize you're slowly starting to burn out, just take a day or 2 away from it and just relax. Don't worry about it, because you will be creative again. Just don't burn yourself out, because if you just take a day's break, that's going to be a shorter time away than if you get stuck in a rut because you've burnt out. So just take a day here and there, 2 days here and there, just to let yourself relax a little bit, so then you're not putting too much pressure on yourself. And that's pretty much how I stay motivated as a creative. If you did like this video then, and it helps you in any way, shape or form, make sure you are smashing the like down below. If you have any ways that I didn't mention today that helps you stay creative, make sure you're commenting them down below as well. And what did you think about this style of video as well, with it being a bit more interactive at the start instead of just being sat here for the entire video? What did you think to that? Did it work? Did it not? let me know. If you've stumbled across this video as well and you've liked what you've seen today, make sure you're smashing that subscribe button with the notifications on to get notified when I do upload. But apart from that, I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye. I actually don't want to know how much I'm going to repeat myself in this video. It's going to be a lot. Oh, it's really going to be a lot today. Ooh. No script. Freehand today. Freestyling it today. No script. So, God knows what I'm going to say.